Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. This pick a card reading is going to take a look at what's on the other side of the changes and energy shifts that you are currently experiencing. So if you have not as of yet chosen a card or a crystal on the table, go ahead and do that now. There are timestamps down below where you can go directly to the portion of the video that'll give you an up-close picture clip and an up-close video clip in silence. It's so that way you aren't disturbed in any way. You can pause where necessary, take as much time as you need in order to choose. And let's say if during your selection process you feel led to pick more than one card or crystal on the table, by all means, please listen to your intuition. Pick more than one if you feel it necessary. These readings are timeless, so whether you watch it at the upload time or sometime later down the road, whenever it's placed into your awareness and you feel an intuitive nudge to watch, there indeed may be a message here for you. Nonetheless, what I always say is that these readings are general. I can't possibly expect to connect with the many of you that are watching. There will be plenty of you. You all come from different walks of life, have different experiences. There's no way I could possibly expect to connect with each and every one of you. But what I always say is that if this particular card reading does not connect for you, before you click off my channel altogether, maybe have some fun exploring my Pick a Card playlist. I have a bunch of readings I've already done. There might be one in there that has the message that you need right now in this moment. And let's say you've perused my channel, you've explored, you realize maybe I'm not the reader for you. That is totally okay. I trust that the universe will guide you right and true to the messages that you need for confirmation on your journey, because at the end of the day, that's how the magic works, and I trust that the magic of the universe will always lead you and guide you right and true. So with all of that being said, Star Family, let's go ahead and go to your reading of choice. Pile number 1, viewers, you chose the Celestite as your crystal. I'm going to put that there. This is your card. There's a message on the back of this. I will be sure to incorporate that into the reading. I just want to get more cards on the table first before I flip that over. So we are looking at what's on the other side of these changes that you are experiencing. Okay, so we have the 6 of Cups. Let's see, what's on the other side of these changes you are experiencing right now? Energetic shifts and changes, transitions, transformations, right? We're all experiencing some sort of change and transformation in our life, but let's see. 6 of Cups, the Magician, and the 2 of Wands. Okay, so what's on the other side of this change and transition that you may be experiencing right now? For one, may be the connection and or union with a kindred spirit, somebody from your soul tribe, soul family, somebody that you may reconnect with, may perhaps from the past or someone from a past life. This is usually an indication of past life love with the 6 of Cups. And it's saying that you could reunite with somebody who you feel an affinity with in that way. Okay, so this is saying that you might find a soulmate on the other side of this change and transformation that you are currently experiencing. You are perhaps, okay, the changes that you're experiencing right now is actually putting you through the process of that in order to manifest this person or this connection after the fact. I hope that makes sense. So whatever you're experiencing right now is putting you on the path to manifest this connection in some way. And it will put you on a journey. I mean, we have number 2 here, right? So the number 2 itself does talk about unions, partnerships, the coming together. And when I look at this energy right here of the 6 of Cups, I'm seeing 2 people uniting, coming together, and sharing and enjoying each other's presence, right? It's about having that vibe with one another. So the 2 as a number energy is telling me there is some kind of connection being formed here. And it can be love, but at the same time, this is something that I feel that perhaps for some of you, if it's not love, what it is that you're manifesting on the other side of these changes has something to do with your soul in general. It feels like a purpose that you have, that your soul has feeling, it's weird because the feeling here is it's built into you. That might click for some of you, but it feels like whatever this purpose is that you are on the path to materializing and manifesting with the magician is already built into your, like, your DNA or your makeup. Maybe stemming from a past life with the Six of Cups. And then the Two of Wands is like, again, this card here, it's built into your DNA. It's built into your soul's makeup and code, I guess. That's what this is giving me. Strange, but true. It's built into your code in some way, right? So here's the feeling of it being built into your code. These changes are putting you on the path to pursue that, manifest it, materialize it, and go through the journey, the planning stages, because the Two of Wands talks about planning, the planning stages of arriving at it. The Two of Wands is an energy of like the world is your oyster and you're the pearl. Basically, you have this within your control to manifest and bring about, whether it's union with a soul partner or something that is kind of built into your soul inherently to accomplish and or fulfill in this lifetime. The Magician does talk about success, being like, you know, success and being a successful creator and or a magical manifester, and being adept enough to bring this about and materialize it into your experience. So what this is telling me, that after these changes conclude themselves and you get through the other side of this change and transition, right? That's when the journey begins to arrive at the manifestation and unite with it. Because this is something that you have to accomplish, or someone that you can't avoid connecting with. The Magician is a reminder also that, you know, Spirit is am I saying this right? Oh my gosh. Equipping you, right? I guess that's the right word. With the right tools, skills, talents, capabilities, right? You have it all on the table here as the Magician. So you're perfectly capable of drawing down what you set the intention with in the spirit realm. You have total capability of drawing it down into the material. And every manifestation we've ever had, or any intention we've ever set, has always started in the spiritual first before it is manifested into physical reality, where we can see it, hold it, touch it, right? And obtain it or possess it. So the Magician energy is saying here, you know, like, this is the journey. The journey begins after you experience this shift and change. It all comes together, right? Anything that you've ever wanted to bring into your physical experience has started off in the, like I said, started off in the realm of spirit, right? It started off as a thought. That's why the sword on, you know, the table is there. The swords represent the visionary energy of the thought process, right? The mind. The communication of intention, right? Into the universe, into the spirit realm. Then you also have the cups, which is the emotion, right? You feel it in your heart. You draw down that vision that you held in your mind's eye with the sword. You draw it down into your heart or your cup, and you allow your cup to run over with the feeling of that vision in your mind as already done and complete. That's called marrying the mind and the heart in order to manifest. You have the wand, which is the desire, the will, the drive, the determination, the motivation, the spiritual spark, right? Of the divine that gets lit within you with a passion to pursue. And then you also have the pentacle, which is about taking physical steps in alignment with your mind, your heart, your will, determination, right? You actually take physical steps, and that is how you manifest. So you're on the path and on a journey to create your world. That's why the Two of Wands is here. It's saying The world is your oyster. The possibilities are there ahead of you, and you are going to be put on the path to it after this gets out the way. This change, shift, energy, maybe even for some of you, energy upgrade. The Two of Wands is indicating that this is the planning stage, right? You're in manifestation mode over here. And here's the planning stage or the meeting stage. For some of you, this is a manifestation other than love, right? In that case, this is the planning stage in the direction of that manifestation. And then if this is love, this is you being put on the path to connect with this person, because we have two hands in this card. So you're either connecting with a soul tribe member, could be love, could be somebody also who has something, right, that you need to help you manifest something as well, if you want to look at it that way. It's like bridging the two aspects here that I see in the cards, right? Because sometimes Spirit puts us on the path to meet certain people, to be that go-between, sometimes between us and where we need to be. Spirit will oftentimes use people, places, and things, right, to assist you on the journey towards your manifestation. And the Six of Cups can definitely be that as well, if it's not love. The thing is, the Two of Wands here is saying that you have the power, especially as a magician with a combo, right? You have the power to direct this journey any way which that you desire. You can choose which direction you want to take it. There's options. So Spirit is also saying here that there's more than one way that this can materialize and or manifest, or that you can be put on the path to it. But the path will be placed in front of you is what the Two of Wands is indicating also. And like anything that we decide to embark upon, or anything that we, any journey that we decide to embark upon in the direction of something, it comes with choices and options, right? The number 2 of the Two of Wands. But this is also saying that, again, you're a powerful creator, so you have the ability to manifest and or choose the path that is going to be most beneficial to you. Okay, so let's see if we can get a few cards here. Let's see, one more. All right, so karmic bond. Okay, that plays in very much in line with the Six of Cups, whether it be a soul family member that you're connecting with, right, after this shift and change is over, or something that, again, is encoded in your DNA that you have to fulfill this lifetime. You see what I'm saying? Whoa. Okay, so special knowledge and skills of the magician. There you go. Absolutely. And again, Spirit is just emphasizing the fact that you have the tools on the table to get this done, to achieve it, to move in the direction of it, to plan it. Okay, and it says limitations. Well, I wonder, is that maybe what you're experiencing right now, right? So I'm going to grab another one just because I'm curious. Sometimes the shifts, the energetic shifts that we're experiencing, the changes that we're going through, are to get us out of things that were previously creating limitations for us. Okay. And I didn't take these on any particular card. You see what I'm saying? So just to make you aware of that. But let's see. One more. Oh, yeah. Okay. You see that? Next or new. See, look, I read it as, because it was blurry, I'm reading it through the screen, but I thought it said next level of growth, but that makes sense too. It says new level of growth. But yeah, sometimes we have to overcome limitations and things that kind of hold us back in our own mind, body, heart, and spirit, right? In order to evolve and level up. And I feel that this is saying you're overcoming a lot of those things. Some of you, the energetic shift that you're experiencing right now has to do with releasing karmic bonds with people, places, and things and situations, right? So that way you can be freed up to manifest the life that you desire. And to make the most out of your skills, talents, abilities. Sometimes with this, you know, Six of Cups, it's something in the past. So it could be that you're removing yourself from limiting things from the past as part of the shift and the change you're currently experiencing right now. So that way you can move in the direction of manifesting the path that you're meant to be on for your growth, right? Nobody wants to stay stagnant. We always want to evolve and keep learning, growing, and getting better and being better people. And that's what it feels like this is doing. You're going through this change so you can be the best version of yourself and be on this journey towards that new version of you. Okay. So I am going to grab the Sacred Forest Oracle, but let's go ahead and pull this over before I forget. Okay, so it says security. It says root chakra. And maybe that's part of the shift and the changes you're experiencing. You're kind of clearing the root chakra, perhaps. Garnet is the crystal, but it says security. To feel more secure, deepen your connection with nature. So to ground yourself, right? To feel more secure, perhaps through the changes that you're experiencing. It might be a good idea to get out in nature, right? To stabilize yourself. I think this is super positive in the sense that, you know, on the other side of these changes, you're going to be on the road and on the journey to become the best version of yourself, fully powerful and capable, okay, and being the conscious co-creator of your world. All right, so let's see if we can get a final oracle here, Sacred Forest. All right, what do we have? Oh, okay, so Raven Spirit Truth, it says. That's number 32. 3 plus 2 is 5, which is a number of change as well. Okay. It says, as you look up, you see a raven peering at you from a branch. It feels like he's gazing straight into your soul. He swoops down and lands on your hand. Amazingly, he begins to talk, telling you the deeper truths of your life. He reminds you to focus on what is important and admonishes you to make choices in life that honor your truth. There you go. Right? And it says, stark honesty is called for at this time in your life. In ancient Greece, it was believed that ravens carried messages from the gods, and because of their acute vision, they were thought to be the bringers of truth. The soul loves the truth. What is your truth regarding your life? Be honest with yourself and speak from your heart. Listen for what is sincere and honest in others. Step away from those who are cagey and duplicitous. Okay, so some of you may be releasing karmic bonds of connections that were maybe toxic and, like it says, cagey and duplicitous. It seems like you could be freeing yourself of that so you can be the best version of you. It says, the hardest thing about living your truth is knowing exactly what that is. However, there's a place within you that always knows what is real and what isn't. And that is the soul, basically, the inherent voice of your soul. It says, release situations and people with whom you find yourself less than honest for fear of being judged or not accepted. If it can take time to rediscover what is true for you, but once you know, let go of anything in your life that isn't authentic. Miracles, sorry, I'm having trouble reading today. Miracles follow when you take time to be genuine. The raven is also considered to be the totem and protector of the Queen of Fairies. The spirit of the raven says, your soul loves the truth. Find your truth. Speak your truth. Live your truth. Be fearless in your journey. Follow your inner guidance. Let go of what is not authentic and sincere in life. Be a shining example of truth for others. And that might be what part of the energy shift and change is that you're currently experiencing. It's all to help you honor your truth, be true to you, and move you in the direction of your highest truth, right? You have a purpose here to fulfill in this lifetime, and Spirit wants you to release anything that will get in the way of that, okay? That's what this feeling is. You are safe. We have the security energy, right? You are safe on the journey, and you are secure in making the best choices that are going to align with your truth. So I'm going to grab angel numbers. If you're not familiar with my channel, I do roll the dice for angel numbers. These numbers can confirm some things I've already said in this reading and or provide you with additional messages that you need personally for your journey. I don't recommend a source to look them up because it could be one you don't like. At the end of the day, I want you to find your own magic. Sometimes taking the journey to researching the numbers will lead you to other synchronicity and serendipity that you need along the way. If I gave you a shortcut, I might rob you of that experience. Don't want that to happen. That's why I don't tell you, where to find the numbers or anything like that. Likewise, I always tell everybody not to put the number interpretation in the comment section for this same reason. Okay. So we have 8. Hold on. That's a 6. Yeah, 6. And a 5. So 865 is your angel number. Go ahead and look that up. See what it brings to you. If you feel that this reading has helped and connected for you in some way, please do let me know in the comment section down below. Like, share, and subscribe to support this channel. Want to take it a step further to support what I do? Check me out on Etsy. I make a lot of really cool things by hand there, including crystal jewelry. So check me out. Pay me a visit at any time. Much love to you wherever you are. Take care and always keep shining. Pile number 2, you chose the Malachite for your crystal. I'm going to put that there. This is your card. There is a message on the back of this. I will be sure to incorporate that into the reading as I get more cards on the table. We are looking at what's on the other side of the changes you are currently experiencing. Let's see, or the energy shift that you're going through right now. What's on the other side of the changes that you are experiencing? Pile number 2 viewers choosing Malachite. All right, so we have 1, 2, let's grab one more. Okay. All right, so we have the 10 of Wands, the Moon, and the 10 of Cups. Whoa, that's incredible. First of all, you have 2 10s here. Okay, 10s are a number of endings and completion. So I'm getting the vibe of, for some of you, part of the energy shift and change that you're experiencing perhaps could be a dark night of the soul. And I say that because the Moon and the 10 of Wands is here. There's a lot of like a feeling of weight, right? It feels like old weight. So I don't know if it's weight from the past that you are transmuting at this time. And the journey through this transmutation of letting this 10 of Wands energy go, right, has been kind of murky and uncertain, and feeling is like dubious, right? Because the Moon energy does create oftentimes confusion, and we don't always see where we're going when we're quote unquote technically, like, or figuratively walking by the light of the moon, right? The thing is that the Moon gives us a chance when we can't see with our physical eyes because we feel like we're walking in the dark, or maybe we are walking in the dark. But the Moon, when we're experiencing that, it does give us a chance to tap into our intuition and trust that over our physical vision, right? It kind of, I guess, requires that we walk by faith, not by sight, right? In a sense that, we're having to rely on our intuition to feel our way around in the change and the experience that we're going through. The thing is that once this burden is let go and this yoke is put down with the 10 of Wands, right? And you walk forward on the path, trusting Spirit to guide you and the intuition to lead you and be loyal to you, right? Because dogs are a symbol of loyalty. And you basically, Spirit is speaking to you through your intuition, and your intuition is loyal to you because it's the voice of spirit within. Okay, so the feeling or the guidance is basically saying here, know that spirit always has your back. Spirit is loyal to you, will not lead you astray, will guide you right and true, even when you feel like you're navigating in the dark. Okay, that's the message here from spirit. This is where you're headed, though. The 10 of Cups. You're letting something go over here. I don't know what that is. You know, that could be something burdensome from your past that you're letting go, saying goodbye to, moving on from. It could be a toxic work environment that's just like got you in a feeling of being like overworked and underpaid. You could have so many responsibilities, you're stretching yourself too thin. You see, maybe that's what you're experiencing right now, but this is all what's going away. Like I said, I don't know exactly what the situation is in this case with the 10 of Wands. It could be a variety of things that feel burdensome to you. But Spirit wants to just remind you that you're not walking in the dark as you go through these changes. It does have a purpose. Like, it feels like this change that you're experiencing right now does have a purpose. You're not experiencing this in vain right now. I feel, if anything, what this is doing in the moment is helping you to hone your intuition. Because sometimes when we don't know what life is doing to us, all we have is intuition to help us understand what we're supposed to do, right? Where we're supposed to go. So what's on the other side of this change, shift, maybe even shadow work that you're doing is a very keen, honed sense of intuition. Because if there's one thing that this shadow work or dark night of the soul has perhaps taught you, is to trust your intuition, it feels like. 10 of Cups is the result, the end result, right? It's you arriving at your happiness. It's you arriving at the things that fulfill you after letting go of the things that don't and that aren't working. Letting go of the things that hinder, block, and hurt and weigh you down. This is your happiness. This is your fulfillment in every way that matters, right? This is family. This is security. Emotional security, right? Just being fulfilled in your everyday life and experience and having the joy of that. For some of you, what's on the other side of this change is a life partner, marriage, happy family, home, perhaps a few kids. Your fulfillment in, like I said, in every way that matters. Love. Something you love, someone you love, a job you love, right? A place you love. That's what's on the other side of this shift. And a very much honed intuition. Feels like, you know, this change or energy shift that you're experiencing is actually releasing this burden and dropping the yoke of the past. And teaching you to move forward, trusting your intuition into the unknown in order to help you arrive at your 10 of Cups. So let's see if we can get a few cards here. It feels like you're going to be super happy and content. And the feeling also is here, hindsight. You'll be able to look back on the change and the shift that you're experiencing perhaps right now and be happy and thankful that you actually went through it, because it brought you to this. It brought you to your 10 of Cups. It brought you to maybe a special person, to a special place, to the job of your dreams, right? To the thing that that would make you most happy? Maybe a wish, even. Let's see if we can get 3 cards. All right, there's 2. Grab one more. Oh, look at that. Centered and balanced. Alignment, basically. Whoa, traditional relationship. That's, you know, that definitely could be marriage in the future, or happy home life, a balanced partnership, a life partner. If you're, you know, maybe single right now, that definitely could be what's on the other side of this change and shift. But let's see. No way. Look at that. That's the 10 of Wands. It says heavy burden. That's the 10 of Wands. That's what you're letting go. You're letting go of the heavy burdens of anything in the past that would hold you back from arriving at your happiness. Your happiness is on the other side of this. You're putting yourself into alignment, centering and balancing yourself on the other side of this shift and change. You might be connecting with a life partner too. But let's grab one more, because I think pile number 1 also had 4. But let's see, grab one more. Okay. All right, so more balance. Look, you have 2 cards of balance. Yeah, alignment, perfect alignment with something or someone that's going to bring you happiness. Definitely. So let's see what this card says. Right, so it says root chakra, smoky quartz, strength. Strength comes from your connection to the root of your being. Yeah, I mean, what do they say? God doesn't give you any more than you can carry, right? That reminds me of the 10 of Wands. And it does take a lot of strength to deal with adversity and a lot of heavy things, right, on the journey, because life isn't always easy. I could definitely attest to that. But yeah, it's like your strength, right? You're gaining strength through this struggle, like a butterfly pushing itself out of the cocoon. That's always the analogy I use, because it is a burden. It is a struggle to push its way out and be the best version of itself so it can fly. You know, it goes through that process of change and transformation in that cocoon. But the hardest part of that journey for the butterfly is to push itself out. And that does require strength. And there is strength gained in the struggle. The reason for that is like when the butterfly finally takes off, it's like it built up its strength and its stamina in the pushing and the pulling. That's how it gets the blood flowing to its wings. And if it didn't have that push and pull, right, and struggle of pushing its way out, it wouldn't be able to fly. So just keep that in mind. There is strength gained in the struggle. I know it's not fun and it stinks, you know, and I empathize wholeheartedly. But this is saying that you needed that fortitude in some way. Maybe you needed to learn how to be strong, right? Some of you could also, with this card, be clearing out the root chakra, right, of any past burdens and things that would hinder or hurt. Yeah, we all learn to be strong in one way or another, but oftentimes I feel like that strength is purposeful for something later down the road, right? Like we got to learn how to be strong so we can hold ourselves up in life, because life is full of ups and downs. It's full of, you know, highs and lows. And oftentimes that creates a strong foundation for us, for anything that we may face. All right, so let's see. I'm going to grab the Sacred Forest Oracle, get a final for you. Just know that on the other side of this change and shift that you're going through right now, perhaps even dark night of the soul, is your happiness. It is your fulfillment. It is your well-being. You know, it is your balance, your harmony, and your total alignment with with the things that bring you happiness, joy, and fulfillment on an inherent soul level. And part of maybe the shadow work you're doing is to heal the root chakra. All right? Because it does have it here. Smoky quartz might also be a crystal you might want to work with. Look at that. Renewal, it says. I don't know. I mean, it kind of feels or looks blurry. There we go. Renewal. So frog spirit. Yeah, frog spirit does talk about change and transformation, right? So let's take a look. I'm going to read it directly from the book. Okay. So here's the frog prince, right? I'm sure you're familiar with the fairy tale. And then not only that, the card also has lotus blossoms, right, on the pond there. And that is too a symbol of transmutation, change, and transformation, because it has to, the lotus has to grow from, it grows from the mud, and it has to work its way through all the murky layers, right? The mud, the water, before it can reach the surface of the water and open up to full bloom. When it reaches the surface of the water, it accesses the sun. It's enlightenment, right? And the fullest, most beautiful version of itself comes to full bloom. Just like the frog turns into a prince, right? Maybe that's what part of this transformation process is putting you on the path to. Maybe you're prince, right? For some of you. Or you being the most evolved version of yourself, like the lotus. Or it's helping you access your crown, if we want to just look at it like that, right? The frog prince is wearing a crown. So maybe this is helping you to access the highest version of yourself, right? But let's see. It says, if I can get it to focus. Okay, that's not really any better, is it? Okay, so it says, a large golden brown frog sits heavy on a lily pad in a still pond. As a warm, sleepy dusk dissolves into night, its deep, sonorous song reverberates through the rising chirp of crickets. The chorus of the frogs is, I don't even know how to say that, raucous and joyous, I guess, seeming to echo loudly in your soul. A gaggle of tadpoles lurks at the edge of the pond, hidden and safe, waiting with expectant patience until the metamorphosis occurs. There you go. The frog's 3 stages of development, egg, tadpole, fully formed amphibian, symbolize renewal, resurrection, and transformation. Also like the cicada. That's another animal medicine that has the same meaning. It says this card speaks of a profound restoration of your life that is occurring. So it's occurring right now. It's never too late to begin again. If your past was less than successful, okay, that would be the 10 of Wands, right? Burdens of the past. Remember this, what has occurred does not need to mandate what will occur. You can start out fresh and new. However, if you do what you have always done, you will get what you've always gotten. In order to reboot your life, you need to do things in a different way. Abounding good luck is activated and awaiting you. Yes. Reflect on the varying symbolism of the frog in different cultural traditions and see if any meanings resonate for you at this time. In ancient Egypt, the frog symbolized birth and rebirth. In certain Native American traditions, frog medicine is healing by virtue of its transformative life. Ancient Celts believed frogs represented healing because of its connection with water and the way that it transforms from tadpole to adult. In China, the frog is a powerful symbol of prosperity. That would be the 10 of Cups. Healthy childbirth and children, right? And good luck. Also 10 of Cups, I think. The spirit of the frog says, be willing to release any preconceived notions of how life should unfold. This is a time to be adaptable, be willing to change. Abundance and good fortune will follow. Yeah. And the frog is talking about healing, right? And oftentimes the shadow work, the dark night of the soul, that's what it's doing. It's healing traumas, old woundings, and stuff like that, and getting it out of our way so we can find our happiness, find our joy, be the best versions of ourselves. But let's see what angel numbers come up for you. If you're not familiar with my channel, I do not give you the number interpretations once I roll the dice, okay? I do roll the dice for angel numbers, but I don't give you the number interpretation. The reason for that is I want you to find your own magic. Sometimes, you know, there's sources out there you might not resonate with, and I don't want to recommend one you might not like. Also, sometimes taking the journey to researching the numbers can also put you on the path to find other synchronicity and serendipity. If I gave you the number interpretation off the bat, I might rob you of that experience. I don't want that to happen. I want everybody to find their own magic. Likewise, I always tell everybody not to put the number interpretation in the comment section either, for the same reason. Sorry for the blur. So I want everybody to find their own magic. Let's see what numbers come up for you. Okay, so we have a 2. And that is a 3. 2, 3, 4. Look at that. In perfect sequence. 2, 3, 4 is your angel number. Go ahead, and that's talking about progress, by the way. Whenever you have sequence numbers like that in a row, it does talk about progress. So go ahead and look up that number. You are making progress. See what that number brings to you in some magical way. Maybe it'll help you. It might confirm some things I've already said in this reading and or provide you with additional messages. So go ahead and look it up. Let me know how it connects for you. If you feel that this reading has helped in some magical way, please do let me know in the comment section down below as well. I'd love to hear from you. If you want to support my channel beyond YouTube, right? Check me out on Etsy. The link to my Etsy store is down below. Pay me a visit. I have really cool things there that I make by hand. Also, crystal jewelry, right? I make these things when I have free time. Pay me a visit at any time. Of course, I always appreciate a like, a share, and a subscribe to help support this channel as well. Share it with your friends if you feel someone might need to hear this today. So much love to you wherever you are. Take care and always keep shining. Pile number 3. We have the amethyst as your crystal. I'm going to put that there. This is your card. There's a message on the back of that. I will be sure to incorporate it into the reading as I get more cards on the table. But let's go ahead and see what's on the other side of these changes that you're currently experiencing. Maybe an energy shift. So what's on the other side of it? Let's see if we can get 3 cards. All right, so there's 2. I just want 1 more. Let's see. We have Wheel of Fortune, the Emperor, whoa, and the 8 of Wands. That's pretty intense. First of all, you have like the Aries energy of the Emperor, and then you have the energy of the 8 of Wands, which is super like passionate and driven, right? Because it's going places. So what's on the other side of these changes? I mean, here we see the change, right? First of all, the old is falling away in order to bring in the new. Oftentimes, the Wheel of Fortune will do that. Something old will fall off the wheel in order to make room for the new. This is saying to me that whatever is leaving your life or shifting out of your life or changing in your life is really just leading you to something more secure. A more secure way of living and being. The reason why I say that is because the Emperor is a number 4 and it's all about security and a strong foundation. And the Emperor represents standing in one's personal power with authority. So it's you on the other side of these changes having access to your personal power and individual authority. To do, to be, to go as you wish. Live as you wish. Without anybody telling you how to be, what to do. Right? Their opinions are like literally out the window. It doesn't matter. At least that's what the Emperor is telling me, because he stands in his power and he directs his life. And he will guard his empire where and when necessary, so he can make the moves that he needs to make and make the decisions that he needs to make and stand in his power while doing so, because he's not going to let anything keep him from making the moves that he wants to make. Moves and counter moves, right? is what the Emperor does. It's strategy. He's strategic. And it's telling me here that this change and shift that you're currently experiencing is putting you on the path to somewhere else. Perhaps to do something else. We see the Eight of Wands, and oftentimes the Eight of Wands talks about pursuing a passion. So what's on the other side of this shift and change you're currently experiencing is you standing in your power with divine authority and pursuing your passions. Going in the direction of your desires, what it is that moves you, whatever it is that you feel ambitious about, whatever it is that you are motivated by. You could literally, for some of you, be traveling distance with the Eight of Wands. What's on the other side of these changes is that you could be actually geographically moving somewhere else, relocating perhaps. But it's you putting your foot down and taking control over your life and directing it how you want to direct it. That's what is on the other side of these changes. Right now with the Wheel of Fortune, things might feel like they're all over the place, because a lot of times the Wheel of Fortune is an energy of things feeling up in the air, okay? Equated to like the ball at the roulette wheel. You throw the ball, it's up in the air. You have no idea what number it's going to land on. And during that time while it's up in the air, you kind of just got to let it be. And that could be what the changes feel like right now. You're kind of up in the air. You have no idea where, you know, it's taking you or where it's leading you. But this is an opportunity to kind of like just allow Spirit to take the wheel for a little bit and direct you where you need to be. Oftentimes the Wheel of Fortune does guide you in the right direction, right? It leads you to your fortune. That's why it's called the Wheel of Fortune. It leads you where you need to be and which way you need to go. That's why you have like the bigger wheel or the bigger hand, right? Spinning the wheel for you, because it kind of feels like things are out of control. And that might be how it feels. Sorry if I'm stuttering here. Is there a Mercury retrograde around the corner? That might be how it feels, right? Like things are totally out of your hand, and it's like Spirit is throwing you a curveball right now on the journey, and you have no idea where it's gonna take you. Oftentimes it's leading us to something better. That's why old things have to fall off the wheel. It is a card of change and transition, right? Old things have to fall off the wheel in order to make room for the new to hop on. And new things are going to come into your experience after this is over and done with, right? Know that this shift and change that's taking place in your life is actually directing you to where you need to be, where you need to go, what you need to do. And it's also putting you in a position of personal power. It's like it might feel like you just don't see it yet. The feeling, I don't know, the feeling here is like freeing you up. Like the changes that you're experiencing right now are freeing you up so you can stand in your power. And then you can make strong decisions, right? Like the Emperor would, to benefit you moving forward. The wonderful thing about the Emperor is that he doesn't doubt himself. Like, and that's also what these changes could be leading you to, this personal authority where you don't doubt yourself. You're secure in yourself. Very confident in yourself moving forward. And that's a good feeling to have when you're trying to navigate and direct your life the way you want it, right? It's taking back control of your life. That's what's on the other side of this change. You taking back control of your life with confidence and security. And moving in the direction of what feels right to you. Eight of Wands is about travel. Going places literally and figuratively. So you're going to be going places. You're going to be accomplishing things. after this change is out the way. And the reason why is because you're standing in a position of personal power and authority now, where you have the confidence that maybe you didn't have before. So a boost in confidence to direct your life the way you wish it to be. And it's leading you to your good. Now, the other thing that I'm picking up from this is because the Eight of Wands can talk about passion, right? Cupid arrows flying through the air. For some of you, what's on the other side of the shift and change, what's on the other side of you having something fall off your wheel in order for something new to come in, could be that you have a divine masculine come into your life, or you become the divine masculine, right? So for the divine feminines out there, you might have a divine masculine enter your life. Want to be that husband role. This person might also be at a physical distance because of the Eight of Wands. Sometimes they can talk about long distance relationships. So you might meet somebody overseas or a little bit of a distance from you. And Eight of Wands also talks about communication back and forth, phone call, email, text. So whatever is shifting out of your life and Spirit's making room for the new to enter, it's so that way somebody more stable, secure can enter, right? And I guess be that divine counterpart in some way, whether masculine or feminine, right? But this is a secure, stable figure, okay, that will be entering your journey. And there'll be a lot of communication back and forth with the Eight of Wands, passion flying through the air type of thing. So yeah. Let's see if we can get a few cards here. For some of you, what's on the other side of this change is that you're moving somewhere that feels more secure to you. Like a location that is maybe better suited to you, that feels more secure to you as well. Maybe somewhere that boosts your creativity. With the Wands, your inspiration, right? Because oftentimes the Wands can talk about the divine spark and how it inspires us. So I also feel like the Eight of Wands is that. It's like the spark of inspiration that's flying through the air. It's like all these ideas and things like that that come your way. Once this energy shift is over, you free your mind up to explore, right? Explore new ideas and endeavors. All right, so we have dominating relationship. That could be also what you're leaving behind. For some of you, you're leaving that behind. If there was a dominating, controlling relationship. So let's just keep it real here, because the Emperor can talk about control. So for some of you out there, that's what you're letting go. You're getting rid of a very dominating relationship, and you're moving on and away from that to free you up. Okay? In a negative aspect, yes, the Emperor can signify that. But I also feel like this is you, right? Again, having control over your life too. Right? Like I always say, you want to go out and conquer life, right? You want to go out and accomplish things. And we often have to take control of our life. Where it feels out of control, we got to take back control. You know? Where we feel like other things have control over us, we have to flip the script and say, no, I have control over my life. And I'm going to dominate my life. You know, I'm going to be the one in control. No one's going to have dominion over me. I'm going to have dominion over my life and my choices and my journey. So it does make sense in a way that this is here, because I was feeling the energy of like taking back control. It's like this feeling of you after the shift is you having dominion over your life, your path, and how you direct your journey. And sometimes we do have to take back control in a lot of different areas or relationships in our life. Take back our control in regards to our career, and in regards to money, in regards to sometimes love. Yes. So I definitely can see that in this card. Family support, it says, beginning and fresh start, and pausing to reflect. So again, what's on the other side of this shift is that you will have your beginning and your fresh start. Maybe this change and shift is giving you a chance to pause and reflect, and maybe find the support that you need to help you move in the right direction as well after all is said and done. This can also talk about your spirit team, right? Your star family, your soul family, supporting you as you go through this shift to stand in your power, take back your life, you know, and begin again. Some of you are literally leaving a dominating relationship, relying on family support, right, to help you start over. That's a possibility. And yeah, as you go through the shift and the change, there's going to be a moment where, you know, you have to kind of like regroup in a sense. I think that's what the pausing to reflect is. It's about giving yourself an opportunity to look at the situation, hindsight, see what it brought you, see what it taught you, type of thing. And I think we all have one of those moments, right, when we're ending something and beginning something. So let's see what this card says. Oh, look at that. Pausing to reflect. Wouldn't that align very well with the meditation card here? Your crystal is the howlite. It says crown chakra, meditation to see more clearly, close your eyes, pause to reflect, basically, right? Yeah. Because sometimes we got to connect with the inner world to understand what we're experiencing or why we're going through what we're going through. And sometimes that's the only sanity we have in a crazy world, right? Especially when we're feeling with the Wheel of Fortune like our world is turned upside down and we've been given a curveball, right? Maybe what we need to do is pause to reflect, meditate, and calm our mind, body, heart, and spirit to understand where, like literally where we stand in any given situation, right? Because when we're going through an energy shift, it's like, what is happening, right? It's like we all feel like, you ever seen those dolls with the googly eyes, right? I know you know what I'm talking about. Like, I don't know, when I'm going through a major change and shift, that's how I feel. Like I'm walking through life like that. You know what I mean? Like my eyes are all over the place. I can't focus. You know, I'm like, what is happening? And this is saying when you're experiencing that, the best thing to do maybe would be to just pause, take a time out, clear your googly eye syndrome, reflect, and kind of like center yourself, ground yourself with the number 4 of the Emperor energy, right? Because you're on a journey. Something's about to take off for you after this gets out of the way. It's going to happen quickly. It's going to happen fast. Okay. These changes are going to happen very quickly with the 8 of Wands. So you can expect that after this shift is over, it's going to be you moving in a whole different direction very quickly, right? Giving you that fresh start, new beginning that maybe you need so much. So let's see. I'm using the Sacred Forest Oracle for your final. Okay. Wow. We have the Owl Spirit. It says wisdom on the card. Let's see. I'll look that up for you. You know what? I kind of feel like I need a little light. All right. It says, the sun has set and you feel remarkable transformation occurring. Your body shapeshifts into an owl. You stretch out your huge wings and silently soar to the top of the tallest pine tree and look over the moonlit forest. Your ability to see the smallest details, even in the darkness, is remarkable. Your sight expands and you see luminous light bodies of the spirit of the forest. They signal you with love and compassion. All right, there's the artwork. It says, abounding insight. You know, it did say meditation and pausing to reflect, right? So the owl does talk about intuition and insight. So That could be what's happening here. In the midst of the change, you're given an opportunity to gain insight. But let's see. Abounding insight, profound majesty, and grace are available to you now simply by pulling your awareness inward. Again, meditation, right? So that's some guidance there. Ancient wisdom is emerging. You know the truth. Trust your intuition and perceptions right now. You are a truth seeker and a truth sharer. The excellent sight of an owl in the darkness corresponds with your ability to perceive the reality of a situation, even in the murkiest of conditions. When this card chooses you, you are at the advent of a time of profound illumination and transformation. The owl sits at the shoulder of Athena and Merlin, revealing sacred truths. In some native cultures, the owl is called the night eagle, for it has the majesty of the eagle but works silently in the darkness of night. This card can also mean that it's time to embrace your dark side as well as your light. Through doing so, you will be in balance. I agree with that. It says, the spirit of the owl says, trust in your ability to see the deepest truths in a situation and in people. And again, some of you might be letting go of a dominating situation or relationship that just had to go. You're seeing the truth of the matter and you're acting accordingly, right? Or whatever it is, you're seeing the truth in any given situation where you needed it in order for you to stand in your personal power and authority once this is over and done with. Okay. Wisdom is growing within you in mysterious ways beyond your awareness. This is a good time to sign up for inspirational courses. Messages from Spirit are all around you. Look for them and trust what you feel. That is very, very good advice. So let's see here what angel numbers come up for you for this reading. If you're not familiar with my channel, I do roll the dice for angel numbers. These numbers may confirm some things I've already said in this reading and or provide you with additional messages. I don't give you a source to look up because it could be one you don't like. And two, I want you to take the journey to find the numbers for yourself, because sometimes along the path to research the numbers, you can come across other synchronicity and serendipity that Spirit needs you to find. And if I gave you a shortcut, I might rob you of that experience. Don't want that to happen. Likewise, I always tell everybody not to put the number interpretation in the comment section for this same reason, because we want everybody to find their own magic. Okay, so let's see. All right, so we have 6. All right, 610 is your number. Go ahead and look up that number, see what it brings to you. If you feel that this has helped you and connected with you in some magical way, please let me know in the comment section down below. Like, share, and subscribe to support this channel. You want to take it a step further to support what I do, please visit me at my Etsy shop. The link to my Etsy store is down below in the description box. Pay me a visit. I have really cool handmade crystal jewelry there that I make by hand on my free time, amongst a bunch of other things. Tarot readings, very limited. When available, I will repost though. So much love to you wherever you are. Take care and always keep shining. Pile number 4, you chose Labradorite as your crystal. I'm going to put that there. This is your card. There is a message on the back of this, and I will be sure to incorporate that into the reading. Once I get more cards on the table, we are looking at what's on the other side of these changes that you're currently experiencing. What's on the other side of perhaps this energetic shift you're going through right now. So let's see. What's on the other side of, whoa, these changes. All right, so there's 1, 2, and I want one more. Oh, wow. So we have the Ace of Cups. We have the 6 of Swords. Wow. And the Star. Some of you might be Aquarius or have that somewhere in your chart. But I'm also looking at this like there's something new here that you're moving in the direction of, and it feels like this something new is something that's on your heart, and it's part of a wish fulfillment. So what's on the other side of these changes is, for one, your wish fulfillment and the fulfillment of something on your heart, or something that you've held on your heart with the Ace of Cups. I could also say with the Ace of Cups, because it talks about flowing water, healing, and rejuvenation. We also have the energy of the lotus in this card, which is a symbol of transmutation and transformation and enlightenment. So what's on the other side of this shift or change that you're currently experiencing right now is your healing, your renewal, and your transformation, fully transformed and in full bloom, right? This is your blossoming that's on the other side of the changes and the energetic shifts you're currently experiencing. What's also on the other side, perhaps for some of you out there, is that there is new love on the horizon, right? New love is on the horizon for some of you after you conclude this shift and change that you're experiencing right now. Six of Swords is also a card that speaks of healing. It speaks of moving on and leaving something behind, in a sense where you leave the tumultuous behind you. You put it behind you. You turn your back to it and you move into calmer, more peaceful territory. So this is saying that anything in the past that just was rocky, right? Think of, I guess, the ocean, right? Because this card is on the ocean. But think about, like, you know, a storm on the ocean, how the waves, right, are so, they're wild and crazy, right? Because it's nature, it's what it does. And it feels very unstable, right? As you're going through a change and a shift, it feels very rocky. It feels like a rocky road. It feels like a storm that you're experiencing. But the Six of Swords is saying that the storm has passed, right? And there is the calm after the storm. And the calm after the storm within the Six of Swords, the imagery, right, is talking about smooth waters, smooth sailing. So what's on the other side of the storm, perhaps that some of you might be experiencing right now, or it feels like it, right, is you smooth sailing in the direction of your wish fulfillment, in the direction of maybe new love, maybe somewhere that you love, somewhere new that you love, because oftentimes the Six of Swords can talk about travel. But these two cards do speak of healing. And this is telling me that you're moving into calmer, smoother territory. You're smooth sailing in the direction of those things that bring you peace, healing, and alignment. You're moving in the direction of your wish fulfillment, right? And this wish fulfillment is in perfect alignment, because number 6 is a number of alignment and balance. This wish fulfillment is in perfect alignment, harmony, and balance to you. This is telling me that the past situation, or the thing that you're shifting out of now, it taught you some things, right? With the swords in the boat, it taught you a lot. And the analogy that I always use with the Six of Swords is, you take the memories of that situation with you, right? You put the swords in your boat, but the swords don't have the power to sink your ship anymore. Whereas previously, the memories of those things, people, places, and situations might have brought you down. It might have sunk you, right? Or put you in a low vibe, right? That it doesn't have the power to do that anymore. You can have the memories with you in your tool belt of experience, and you can look back on them, but they don't have the power to hurt you anymore. And that's the energy of the Six of Swords. So it's about you healing, right? Getting to a place where you can look back on your situation, hindsight, and realize that it doesn't have the power to hurt you anymore. You can take those experiences with you. You can remember those things, and you can take that as wisdom gained, right? Through experience. And you can take all that with you because, you know, it's for future reference, really, right? You can take it with you, but it doesn't have that kind of power over you maybe it once had, because why? You're healed now. And you've worked your way through the muck, right? Like a lotus does grow from mud. It goes through all the different layers of the water to reach the surface in order to gain the sun, in order to gain its enlightenment, in order to come into full bloom. So what's on the other side of this journey that you're experiencing right now is you coming into the fullest version of you in alignment with your wish fulfillment. And also in alignment with spirit, because the star itself talks about spiritual guidance and the divine guidance of spirit and the way that it helps us navigate life right and true, right? And the stars are constant. They've been a constant map in the sky since the days of the ancients, and you'll hear me talk about this in my readings, basically, but they are a map in the sky, and they can be relied upon. So the star is also saying that you can rely on the guidance of spirit to get you to your destination, or to help you reach your destination, whether it's figurative or literally. We have a boat with the Six of Swords that is going somewhere, right? It's traveling somewhere. And the stars are like a map in the sky. So when I see these two cards together, it's saying that you have safe passage, basically. Safe passage into this new energy with the Ace of Cups. Okay, you're moving in the direction of your heart, your wish fulfillment. You have safe passage in the direction of it. And the universe is guiding you, looking out for you, watching over you. Your faith, okay, in the outcome that you seek is what's going to help you navigate those waters. And your guidance from your spirit team is also going to assist the journey, right? It feels like everything's getting washed away. That's what the feeling is here also. So what's on the other side of the change is that like everything gets cleansed and washed away. I also use oftentimes the analogy of a riverbed, right? When we go through our healing. And it could be that some of you are on a healing journey right now as part of the changes that you're experiencing. But I always use the analogy of the riverbed because to me it helps give a picture in your mind, right? In your mind's eye. So when we're going through our healing journey, we are technically like the riverbed. Oftentimes there will be a strong storm that comes up to dislodge things, right, that we thought had come up for healing but really weren't. They were still stuck in the mud, right? So a strong storm, once in a while, a strong storm will come back or come around and dislodge something. And that gets dislodged. It has to, right? It has to get dislodged and uprooted so it can eventually get washed away. And this happens a couple of times, you know, on the healing journey where, you know, things get uprooted. Things might trigger us, right? But it gets triggered so we can be aware of it, acknowledge it, heal it, and let it go. So we are the riverbed. Every once in a while on the healing journey, something will get uprooted and dislodged for clearing. And the riverbed, the water is constantly flowing, right? So it'll eventually carry that thing that got dislodged and brought up to the surface. It'll carry it downstream, and eventually it'll get to the point where everything gets dislodged and there's no more things to dislodge, and the water eventually runs clear. And this is telling me that what's on the other side of these changes is that the water and the river and your riverbed literally is flowing and starting to run clear, right? I'll give you another example. I know this is weird, but I mean, I'm sure you ladies have dyed your hair. I've stopped dyeing my hair a long time ago. I stopped dyeing my hair the minute I first got literally got my first gray, I stopped dyeing my hair. But when I was younger, I used to, you know, always color my hair, you know, fun, never blonde or anything like that, but I might give myself a few highlights or whatever. But when you dye your hair, the salon stylist, right, she will rinse your hair after the dye is finished. And she won't stop rinsing it out until the water runs clear. You see? The same thing, like the instructions on the box dye says the same thing. You know, you rinse your hair from the dye until the water runs clear. And that's kind of the same, you know, the feeling here. It's like the water is starting to run clear. That's what's on the other side of the change. That's what you're going through right now. The water is flowing, right? And it's about to run very clear for you. That's what's on the other side of the change. Clear, crystal clear water, okay, which signifies healing, clarity. Right? You're being guided to a wish fulfillment, a manifestation. That's what's on the other side of these changes. And it also feels like to me that some of you have held this on your heart for quite some time, but maybe you needed to go through this healing in order to have a more clear channel of guidance to arrive at it. It's like the feeling here is another analogy, but it's like the radio station, right, has been fuzzy for a very long time, perhaps. and you couldn't get a clear channel to receive maybe the guidance that you've needed because you were going through the healing process, and sometimes that can muck up or murky the waters, right? To be a clear channel to receive the frequency that you need to guide you in the right direction. Well, what's on the other side of these changes is that the radio station now has a clear, right? You can hear it clearly now. The radio frequency is not white noise. It's not fuzz. You have a clear channel to listen to receive the divine guidance and messages that you need to help you arrive at your destination, whether figurative or literal. For some of you, yeah, you are literally moving somewhere. You're following your heart after this shift and change is over. You're following your heart, and you're going to go in the direction of somewhere, right, that you want to be. Because maybe spirit is guiding you to that place or location. And it does feel like somewhere new, to you at least, but it's somewhere that maybe you've held on your heart with the Ace of Cups for quite some time. And now that you can be a clear channel to receive the downloads, the synchronicity with the star, and you're tuned into the same radio channel as spirit, right, and your spirit team, they can now give you directions. Again, the map with the star, the map in the sky, right, to lead you there. This can also be said for love. Now that the old is out the way, you've gone through your healing journey, you've cleared a lot of things from the past, you can open yourself up to receive new love. Maybe a soulmate. Somebody who's part of the same soul tribe and star family as you. Some of you also, likewise, because the star is here, your heart chakra is being opened after these changes. That's what you'll find. You'll find that your heart chakra is open. Not only to the radio frequency channel of spirit, right? To receive the messages, but you could also be guided in the direction of your starseed mission and purpose with the star. So for some of you, what's on the other side of this change is new love, right? Somebody you're meant to be with. Somebody part of the same soul tribe and star family. You could be put on the path to your purpose, your starseed purpose. You could be put on the path to move in another direction to another place altogether. And for others of you, you know, as a whole, right, this is about a manifestation. You're being put on the path to arrive at your manifestation. Okay, so let's see. The other thing like that I was feeling was that your vibration, right, had to eventually come in or come to be a match, right? Because sometimes our frequencies like this, or here's our manifestation, or here's the thing that we wish on our heart, and our frequencies like this, right? And we got to eventually find that same vibration in order to help attract it in. And that's also what's happening for some of you on the other side of this shift and change. Again, you coming into alignment with your wish and the thing on your heart. And everybody else got 4, so I'm just going to go for it. All right. So what do we have? Look at that. Moving on, escape. Yeah, that would be the 6 of Swords. Leaving something behind, right? To follow your healing, the direction of your divine guidance, something on your heart, your manifestation. Wow, yeah, take a stand. You kind of do, right? You have to take a stand in order to say goodbye to something. You have to decide, okay, I'm moving away from this thing. I'm leaving this behind. I'm putting that behind me. Yeah, that does take a strong stance and, I guess, fortitude, right? To say, okay, I'm doing this. And that's it for me. Solitude and meditation. Yeah. Right? In order to realize what you want, sometimes you do have to go to that quiet space and give yourself a chance to kind of like figure it out. But then once you know what to do, you do take a stand and you move in the direction that is calling you. Right? Like I said, if I felt for some of you, this is something that, you know, is part of your mission. And like I was saying, you know, sometimes when we're going through stuff, we don't always get a clear channel, right? The way we need to. And meditation can help that. It can help clear up the radio channel, okay? In regards to that direct line to spirit. But let's see. Whoa, yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Like I said, you got to take a stand and decide, right? It says decision making. Take a stand and decide what you want to do, where you want to go, and move in the direction of it. And that's what you're doing. Once this shift and change is out the way, you're going to take a stand, you're going to make a choice, and you're going to move forward with it. That's what the Six of Swords does. It moves forward in with the things that bring it alignment, peace, harmony, balance, and healing. And that's what's taking place here. So let's see what this card says, and then I'm going to grab a final with some angel numbers, but let's see. Whoa, okay, so it says, hold on, it says signs, but it says here, throat chakra, lepidolite, I guess, that's how you say that. And it says, there will always be signs to guide you on your true path. There you go. Signs and synchronicity with the star. Downloads with the star. Again, being that clear channel to receive the downloads and the information and the messages that you need to help you decide and move forward is what's on the other side of these changes as well. So the signs are everywhere. Spirit will guide you right and true, you know. Your star family, soul family speaking to you, giving you signs and synchronicity for confirmation on the journey ahead after the fact, after the change, right? So again, you're coming into full bloom. This is you blossoming into the fullest version of yourself, like the lotus, fully healed. You've transmuted all that murky, muddy water. It's running clear now, right? And now the signs will be placed before you to help guide you to your wish fulfillment, your manifestation, the thing on your heart. Okay, so let's see if we can get a final oracle here. Pile number 4. Yeah, it's like you're moving in the direction of what feels true to you, right? It says there will always be signs to guide you on your true path. Star will provide that guidance. And again, number 6, alignment, right? Balance, harmony. And when things are balanced and in alignment with you, that is the truth. Okay. So let's see what we have here. Yes, look at that activation, spirit guardian of spring. And as I record this, it is the springtime, and we do have the beautiful swan here. By the way, swans do mate for life. Okay, so considering that we have an Ace of Cups here, I can't help but wonder if you will meet your divine counterpart after the fact as well for some of you, because Ace of Cups does represent new love. And this person definitely could be an Aquarius, but you know, maybe not. But either way, this is somebody who is a vibrational match to you. Okay? And the swan does talk about a strong partnership. So, and yeah, I mean, the star energy also talks about sign synchronicities and downloads, right? And this card is speaking of activation. So let's see what it says. All right. Daffodils are surfacing through the dark, rich soil. Tiny green buds are bursting forth on every tree as a cacophony of bird songs fill the air. Flowers are bursting into bloom, and there is a wild scampering through the forest as creatures large and small revel in the glorious energy of spring. A new cycle has begun again. There's your new cycle after this change is concluded, right? It says, do not hesitate. The time is now. Take action. Wait a minute here. Take a stand, right? Decide. It says, it's okay if you're hesitant or even afraid. Face that fear and do it anyway. Six of Swords definitely would move anyway. It's not letting anything hold it back, right? It's saying goodbye to the old. But it says, there are times to pull back and think carefully before every action, but this isn't one of those times. Forge forward with courage and certainty. A new beginning awaits you. It says, you might experience some chaos or turmoil, right? But that is all part of this exciting time of activation. So you might experience chaos or turmoil right now through this shift and change that you're experiencing. But again, it's all part of the exciting time of activation. You're changing, you're transforming, you're becoming something else, right? You're becoming the lotus in full bloom. But it says, don't allow upheaval to disrupt your forward trajectory. Be courageous and forthright. Again, take a stand, right? Make your decisions swiftly with confidence and then act on them with steely resolve. Whoa. Look at that. I mean, talk about synchronicity, right? Be courageous and forthright. Take a stand. Make your decisions, look at that, decisions swiftly and with confidence, and then act on them with steely resolve. Well, taking a stand is steely resolve, right? It says, in ancient times, people employed springtime ceremonies to clear out the old and invite in the new. And I was talking about clearing the waters, right? Clearing the radio channel. So that way you could receive your new direction, all right? And the guidance in the new direction that you're going in. But it says, spring was seen as a time of new life, seeds sprouting, eggs hatching, animals giving birth, and new beginnings. Spring also refers to hope, renewal. Well, that's definitely the energy of the star too. It's a symbol of hope and faith. Renewal would be the Ace of Cups, right? Hope, renewal, and growth. Youth and love. Again, Ace of Cups, love. And ceremonies were done to honor this transition in life. Yeah, you're moving from one place to another, literally or figuratively. That's the transition with the Six of Swords. It says, the spirit guardian of spring says, get ready. Big changes are ahead. Things that have been incubating are now coming to life. So that thing you've held on your heart for quite some time is now going to show signs of life. A profound transformation is ahead. Take risks, keep going, prepare for this time of upheaval, fluctuations, and renewal, and the end result will be glorious. So look, as you're going through this shift, it's a bumpy ride. Like I was saying, the waves might be rocky, right? The storm might be wild, but again, this is all part of things activating in a new direction with the Ace of Cups and guiding you towards your alignment, the alignment of, or alignment with something or someone with the star, whatever your wish fulfillment or manifestation is. The end result will be glorious. I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it. The swan also talks about magic and transformation as well. So we have energies not only of the swan of transformation, we do have the lotus here, and obviously the card itself talks about that. So yeah, this is your reading. I'm going to finish it off with some angel numbers, pile number 4. If you're not familiar with my channel, what I do is I roll the dice for angel numbers to get more, another message for you basically. So these angel numbers can confirm some things I've already said in this reading and or provide you with other message that you need, another message, that you need personally. I don't like to recommend a source because it could be one that you don't like. And at that point, it could kind of ruin some of the fun of what I'm trying to do here. Yeah, I want to make sure that you resonate with whatever source that you choose to use, right? So I don't like to recommend a source for that. Not only that, I don't give you a shortcut to the number interpretation for the simple fact that sometimes when we take the journey to research for ourselves, we come across other synchronicity and confirmation that we need on the journey. Sometimes spirit will take us down other rabbit holes. And if I gave you a shortcut to the number, I might rob you of that experience. Don't want that to happen. Likewise, I always tell everybody not to put the number interpretation anywhere in the comment section, please. Because again, we don't want to rob anybody of finding their own magic. Okay, so with all that being said, let's go ahead and see what numbers you get for your reading. Pile number 4. All right, so we have 8, 9, 897 is your number. Go ahead and look up that number, see what it brings to you. If you feel that this has helped you in some way, please do let me know in the comment section down below. Like, share, and subscribe to support this channel. If you want to take it a step further to support what I do, please visit my Etsy shop. The link to my Etsy store is down below. I make a lot of cool things by hand. I'm super creative, including jewelry, crystal jewelry. So you can check out some of my creations there. Pay me a visit at any time. Hope to see you around. Much love to you wherever you are. Be well, be safe, take care, and always keep shining.